have jumped back into another retro rewatch. Today we have a new segment that I hope I don't have to do very often, but I felt like this was an important one to do. This is going to be a PSA, a public service announcement. I have actually gotten a release of a movie from overseas, from Germany specifically, and it is an absolutely gorgeous release. It is from a packaging standpoint about as good as you could ask for. But the actual movie itself is one of the worst I've ever gotten. So I thought that I would pull it out, show it off, and we could talk about the pros and the cons of it real quick. So the movie in question is actually Peter Jackson's Braindead, also known as Dead Alive in the States. This is a media book. It is an absolutely gorgeous presentation of a media book. Notice it actually has a limited edition run down here, 270 of 500. So if you notice when you look on this thing, there are no marks anywhere of any kind for what company put this out. Now, I think in Germany, I think that they have got a different set of standards of what they do for copyrighted material. And I don't know exactly what that is, what that means. But at the end of the day, I think that there is a very, very good chance that this is the nicest packaged bootleg that has ever been made. See if we can look at that again. So that's the DVD. And you can see we have some beautiful artwork here for the book. It is in German, so I can't really read it. I can't really see what it is it's talking about. But the thing is, there are several of these books out there. I think there's probably at least three or four different ones, different covers, and they're all going to be from the same series, although they will be a different number. And it's, they have like 500, I think, for each book. This actually is, in my opinion, the prettiest one of all of them. But a few things that we can mention here. First things first, Brain Dead, Dead Alive, historically is the number of releases, the number of versions is just insane. Okay, so just talking about just the United States alone, there is the R-rated 84 or 85-minute long version. Then there's the unrated 97-minute version. Then, if you were to look here on this, it claims that there is a DVD that is 109 minutes. That is incorrect. It is not 109 minutes. It is 99 minutes. So it is 2 minutes longer than the unrated US cut. Then, if you look on the Blu-ray, it shows 103 minutes, which is accurate. And then there was a laser disc, an unrated laser disc that came out in Japan, in Germany slash Hong Kong. So again, we go back to this kind of blurry area for this release. So in Japan, it's in full screen and it is 104 minutes. It adds a lot of character development, it adds gore, it adds comedy. It is a fantastic cut of the film. It is absolutely the way you want to watch it if you can. But to my knowledge, that is the last time that it was released that way. So that Hong Kong and Germany version that I spoke of a minute ago, same thing. It is a widescreen copy of the film, and it was actually produced in Germany, but it had censorship issues with the board of whoever's responsible for that there. And so it was actually released in Hong Kong, and it was said to be released in Hong Kong. However, it had no burn-ins of any kind for Chinese or any other language. It was in English only, which is actually kind of interesting. So those are those are the releases that I'm aware of. If you go to the IMDb, there's even more than that. There's like another half dozen past that as far as lengths and all, which Peter Jackson has said the 97-minute unrated version released in the US is his director's cut. That is his preferred version. That is not my preferred version. My preferred version is the Japanese Laserdisc. Now, of course, the issue that comes with is twofold, which back here is the Japanese Laserdisc. The Japanese Laserdisc is rare. It is expensive. There's not a whole lot of people that probably have Laserdisc players. So all those things pose a problem for someone being able to see that copy. Now, let's talk about this. All right. So it says it's 103 minutes, and it is 103 minutes. So how is it 103 minutes? How is it a Blu-ray? And how is it not better than that? That's a good question. So here's the problem. What happened is it looks like they took a DVD source. There is a UK DVD that was one of the better releases of a longer cut of the film, but there's still interspliced sections, I think, from the Laserdisc that they put into the film. So you wind up having multiple problems when they do that. Number one, when they captured the DVD, the frame rate wasn't right. So you have a lot of really juddery motion. You have a lot of jerky motion. Then the second thing is whenever you're editing in those scenes of the unrated mixed in with the other DVD, the other cut of the film, you have both color timing issues and you also have pacing issues and you have sound issues. So you have all this stuff run together, and for what is supposed to be a nice Blu-ray of the extended cut of the film, man, it's not nice at all. It's pretty crappy. And it's so bad. I got about 10 minutes into it and I couldn't take it anymore. Now, the DVD, I put it in, actually looks pretty good and it actually is a lot better. Now, it's funny because it says that it is in 4:3 widescreen, which is technically true, but it's actually, or excuse me, 4:3 full screen, but it's actually in widescreen full screen. So what you wind up getting is you get the black bars on the side for the 4:3, but then you've also got black bars on the top and the bottom from where it's widescreen, like 16:9 or 185:1 inside that bar. So even it's got its own issues that are just kind of mind-boggling this happened. So not only do they have the Braindead media books, they also have Bad Taste, which I believe was Peter Jackson's first film. And there's a bunch of media books of it too. And I was looking at some of those and considering getting it, but after this, no way, man. Now I know there is a company in Germany called Nameless, and they put out, there's a bunch of stuff they've put out like U-Turn, Way of the Gun, things like that that are on Blu-ray over there that have never had a Blu-ray here. I can only imagine those releases are fine though. Because the sources for that, I mean, you could go to Amazon and find a source for it that's pretty good. This was really ambitious to say the least. I mean, it's a cult classic. It's something that everybody would love to see. It's something that for like, I don't know, 20 years, Peter Jackson has said that we will get a better release of it. Recently, he said that it'll come out to 4K. I don't know. I have my doubts. I think it's one of those things we've heard for forever. And with it being so early in his filmmaking career, I don't even know how good. If you watch it, it's pretty rough to start with. I don't know if it was shot on 16 millimeter or what, but it's a pretty rough looking movie to start with. So I don't know. But this is what I do know. The Laserdisc is pretty good. All right. The 97-minute DVD that came out God knows how long ago, is pretty good as well. This is not. This is not. These are expensive also. Like if you find these on eBay, I'm just going to be straight up honest. I bought this for $100, okay, which is actually not too bad compared to if you can find it, it's usually upwards of $200 to $300. So I hate that I spent $100 on this. That being said, it is a beautiful, beautiful case, beautiful cover art. It feels great. It's not one of the padded books, which I'm not as fond of as the hardbacks. And I mean, I wish that the actual presentation of the movie had the same kind of love and care that was put into this. But again, just one more time, I think at the end of the day, I think this is actually a bootleg. I think this is the nicest bootleg that's ever been made. And I just kind of wanted anyone out there that was looking at one of these and debating, like, oh man, should I come off $200? Should I come off $300? No, absolutely not. Let it go. Let it go up the road. You do not want to have anything to do with it. So that's it. I think we've hit the end of the tape. Any questions, put it in the comments. Any comments, put it in the comments. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know if this is content you like, because there are releases out there that are better than others. Now, we live in a day and age that most of the transfers of movies and things are pretty good. Although we also do live in the age where there's AI stuff that's out there and other things where some versions are better than others. So if this is something that interests you, something that I can absolutely add to the channel, and I can look at trying to do more stuff like this. But this in particular was something that I had personally never seen a video on. I had never seen it written in a forum. That doesn't mean it's not there, but I thought this was something very important to get out there for people to see. And this is something that I actually hope gains traction and more people see, not just for the popularity of the channel, but just because I think it's important for people to know. Um, that's it. We really truly have hit the end of the tape this time. I'm gonna hit that rewind button, get to the video store, and say appreciate it. See you next time.